Hi, Rich here. I wanted to add one quick thing I discovered the other night on the alcohol stoves. Meshing the cans can be tricky and difficult, and I came across this one. This one was by somebody, his YouTube username was Trailsend Freelance, and because of the simplicity of the build, it has a couple of things we didn't do in the others, but I did want to modify what I did here, a little trial and error. But this is something that I think might be easier for some people to do, so I wanted to show you what we're going to use. We're going to start with 2 cans. In this case, they're the larger size, and I've got the Arizona drink cans. I have my utility knife, my push pins, I have a drywall screw, my screwdrivers, and I have a cutting board. Now, along with that, I also have, I like olives, and I have the lid from a jar of olives. I'll explain that in a minute. And I have a book. So, we'll cover this here in a second. Let me get some of this out of the way. I'm going to start by examining my cans, and I want no real damage at the bottom. This one has a very small dimple. This one has one, but not much. Because this one has really none, I'm going to use this as the bottom for my stove. So we will take the utility knife and set the blade out. And we've done these before, where I'm just going to put the blade against the can and I start rotating. And I like 8 revolutions. I'm not trying to cut the can with one pass. I'm trying to score the can. Now, one thing I have learned is if there's dried residual beverage in here, I want to clean it. So I'm going to go do that right now. Now, while I have this open, I'm going to get a push pin. I'm going to pick a spot, and what I did earlier was measure it with a marker, but we don't have one here, so we're going to go just without. Push in a hole, and you notice I'm in a little bit here, and then push one across from it. You want to be careful that you're not going to cut yourself on this aluminum. We will when we get this finished, of course. Sand it smooth. Now, if this is tough for you, you could always use a pair of pliers and hold the pin, put it in place. So I'm just pushing with my right hand and with my left finger on top. Alright, not perfect. I didn't make my ring the way I would have. Alright, and now I'm going to make a hole in the top. Now the hole in the top will actually end up being my fill hole. What I'm going to do from here is I'm going to take my drywall screw that we started with and put it in the hole and seat it and start turning so that it'll bore itself in. Once that's got a good hole going, I can take that back out. We had this eye bolt. You can put that in and start it turning. And I want to get it pretty straight up and down. Now I have it coming through. And this one, I have a machine screw that just kind of fits this perfectly. It's real snug. I can't even seat it now. But I can take this screwdriver and now with the screwdriver I can have this screw capping. What that'll do is I can fill it through here and seal it off. Just like this one does. And I've got a way that I might be able to show you this and test and see the fire. Since I saw this one with the 16, so things are blowing out here. So my next thing I've got to do is cut the other can. I want this one higher. I wasn't real happy with the height of the bigger can yesterday when I made this after the fact, because it didn't seem to hold as much as I thought it would. But this is a different design, and I was going off my experience with the other designs we've done. So now let's just start making our revolutions. Yeah, now you may notice this is actually cutting much faster. Up here we're in a thinner aluminum, and so now, here we have that cutting board we talked about earlier. Oops, sorry. I'm going to take the can I had there. Well, I've got a couple dimples in here from where the pressure was just enough to start that. I'm going to set this can on top, going the same direction. And I just want to push down. Once I've got that pushed in and seated, all I really have to do from here is sand it. So just tap this little pad, make sure it's all in good. I will put my screw in here. Now, I would probably really rather use a thumb screw. But believe it or not, folks, that's done. All that remains is I'm going to sand this a little bit, and we're going to go try for a, see if we can set up a test burn. Okay, so here we go. Lighting this. this crock that I did a little bit on this video. The rain has come, so we're doing it out here now. And now my prep is gone and my pan is lit. See my stove burning away. Using a prep pan like that doesn't take this one long to come up to heat. And 2 cups of water. Once again, let me show you what the flame looks like. And I will set a lid on. We're in kind of windy conditions, so who knows how this will go. There, folks, we have a rolling boil. So we got 2 cups of water to a boil in about 6 minutes. Not super fast, but it is beautifully efficient, isn't it? It's gotten brighter now out here. You probably can't see the flames nearly as well.
Structured how to feel.